Okay, I'm back. Sorry, chat. I know. I'm sorry. Made some popcorn. After saving up for 5 years, I finally have enough money to open my own Boba Teashop. This is it, the moment where all those long corporate days finally pay off in the form of boba and dreams. But even with all this excitement, my nerves are on edge. Put everything into this place, I can't let it fail. Gonna open the store. $144p grand opening poster. Listen, it's all they could afford, man. Nice. One recipe? Risa. Going to the women's bathroom? I think I'm a woman, aren't I? I'm just checking. This is my store, alright? I'm checking both. What's up? It's about time a boba tea shop opened around here. I'll have a boba milk tea. One boba milk tea coming up. Oh. Oh, sealer. Okay, wait. Oh, shit. That's not right. Wait, hold on. Wait, I don't have milk. Listen, guys, it's my first day on the job. Here you go. Wait. Who made this game? Who actually made this game? Mike 10. I was just curious because I know Adam wanted to, he literally wanted to make a boba tea game, but it wasn't going to be a horror game. It was just going to be like, it was supposed to just be like a comfy game. But I was thinking like, I wonder if Adam like repurposed it. But no. Here you go. Sorry, it took forever. Some customers may ask for a specific request. Don't mess up their orders. What's all this fuss about these drinks? It's milk tea with tapioca, also known as boba. I'll take 1 boba milk tea for my son and 1 black tea for myself. Not sure I trust those chewy things. Okay. I'm fucking speedrunning. Light on? Okay, hold on. Where's what? We're going dark. Can you guys even see me? Holy shit. That don't look right. Hold on. Why am I like... Why am I so despair right now, bro? Why is like half my, like, I don't understand the lighting situation going on right now because the fuck? There we go. Jeez. All right. There you go, bud. This better be good. Holy shit, this is so hot. Hello, young one. Yay, a boba tea shop. Big sis, can I get 1 fresh milk with boba? Wait, just milk with boba? No problem. Thank you. Big sis, you should add strawberry boba to the menu. Maybe I will. It will be a bestseller for sure. Expanding the menu could be a good idea. Yeah, you literally have 1 flavor. This was your dream ambition, and you came up with 1 flavor? Oh wow, I wasn't expecting to see such a beautiful lady behind the counter. Any drink will do as long as you add in some boba, sweet as you. That's nice. You know, being a girl must be really fucking annoying. Just being like, having just dudes like hitting on you all the time. Wait, what did he say he wanted? Oh. Alright. What if I just give him, like, only boba? You know, I'll give him some milk. Gee, thanks. Also, you look really cute. Can I have your number? Sure. Sweet, now I've got a new Oh, fuck. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. This is gonna be he's gonna come back and be like, why aren't you answering? Now I've got a new favorite boba tea shop and barista. Here's a little extra. Hey, $5 though. Clean and prep for tomorrow. You've served like 4 customers. Oh, Jesus Christ! The fuck? I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. I saw you were about to close and I had to rush in. It's fine, come over to the counter, I'll take your order. Don't worry, Boba for everybody. Boba milk tea with extra boba. You're welcome. We got a stain. We have a stain. Dude, you know, I wonder how many of these fucking games that I've played at this point. These like night job games. Where you're just fucking... the fucking janitor game. Has Manny's 2 come out yet? I don't think so. Try being one for IRL content. I used to work at a hotel. At the front desk. Ran into some pretty fucking stupid people. I've introduced the coffee series into the menu. I should keep these workaholics awake. Also, thanks to that little girl's suggestion, I've added strawberries into the mix. Time to wow the customers with some new drinks. The recipe for the new drink is jotted down on the whiteboard in the staff room. Add strawberry for a sweet aroma. Latte is Americano plus fresh milk. Okay. What's up, Justin? See, you've added some coffee drinks to the menu. Give me 1 boba milk tea and 1 Americano. Alright, boba milk tea. Oh, wait, I can do 2 at once. Oh. Alright. Wait. Oh, just one. Oh. Oopsies. Not bad. Just a heads up for you, I'll be running maintenance on the electrical circuit of this building, so expect some power outage from time to time. Okay. How much money have we made? 53 bucks, damn. Holy. Give me 2 boba strawberry milk tea. I need my energy replenishment after a whole day of working out. Damn, I'm fast. What the fuck? What do you mean, what took you so long? I'm speedrunning this shit. I almost died of exhaustion here. Okay, lady. You just can't win. Can't win with some people. Huh? You added strawberry into your menu. Please make me any drinks with strawberries in it. Okay. You want some strawberry milk? Who is doing that? Huh? You not pay your electricity bill, big sis? Oh, right. I forgot the guy already... I forgot the guy told me the electricity's gonna be going off and on. Here's a little extra for your electric. I forgot. The fuck was that? You guys see that? Wait, are the... Did the maintenance guy just fall off the building? Anyway, give me a cup of strawberry milk tea. Your floor gets stained so nobody dines in. Well, I mean, there's a thing called shoes, and they can be dirty. You don't know where these people have been. Hey there, it's me again from just now. Just want to inform you that I have completed the electrical maintenance. Shouldn't be experiencing any power outage anymore. Oh, okay. I thought he died. That's all, bye. Okay, thank you. Well, hello there. This place has a really cozy vibe. So many choices I don't even know where to start. Hey, do you have any caffeinated milky drinks? Well, doesn't tea... Yeah, I guess coffee would make sense. Tea also has caffeine, though, doesn't it? I guess it depends on the tea. Just how I like my caffeine, smooth, creamy, and milky. Here's a little tip for making it how I like it. You're welcome. You need like 20 teas to match one coffee. Is it really that little? Clean your shop or end shift? Does it not matter if I clean them? If I want to clean. Day 3. I've added chocolate series into the menu. Mm. Amount of caffeine in a black tea is 40 to 70 milligrams, and coffee has 95 to 200. So it's like a 1 to 2 ratio, maybe 1 to 3. Let's see. Mocha Americano plus chocolate. Chocolate milk, chocolate plus fresh milk. Wow, okay. Nice. It's raining, guys. Look at that beautiful skyline. What a sight. I'm on the 15th floor. Yeah, people gotta fucking take the stairs to get to my boba shop. Maybe there's an elevator. Maybe I'm like inside a, inside like a giant mall. 15-story mall. Boba Mocha. I don't know if I know that one. Oh, I guess just Americano plus chocolate plus boba. There you go. This looks fine. Anyway, have you heard about the woman who jumped from this building? The stress must have gotten to her. Wait, I saw her. I understand working in a corporate job is stressful. Corporate life isn't easy, but some of us have an image to maintain. You wouldn't get it working a low-stress job like this. Alright, jeez. Rude. Hey there, nice to see you again. Could you give me 1 chocolate milk? The fuck was that? Is there a monkey up there? Chocolate. I looked away. I'm trying to go. I'm going too fast. Thank you. You want a banana milkshake? Oh, me too, actually. Maybe I'll order a banana milkshake. I kind of feel weird ordering a drink, though. Hello, lady. Double boba strawberry chocolate milk. Holy shit, she's going in. Double boba strawberry chocolate milk. Alright, lady. You are so impatient. You bitch. Hey, she gave me a lot of money, though. $12. Hello. Hi, miss. I really like your boba tea. My dad always gets it for me. but he's super busy today, so I came to get it for him instead. Can I have one boba milk tea and one mocha? Mocha is the coffee one, right? Yeah. What was it? Just a normal boba? Oh, boba milk. Two customers at once. No, that guy's just using the bathroom, I think. Maybe he's gonna get a drink. Thanks, miss. Waiting for my dad every day is so boring. 157 bucks. Rich guys. Also, hello, Jen. You don't happen to have any matcha drinks, do you? It's a shame, I really love matcha. Oh well, in that case, I'll take a boba chocolate. Right, so that's just chocolate plus boba? Yep. Thanks, but seriously, add some matcha to the menu and you'll see me here all the time. Alright, I got you. Man, this shop is gonna get crazy. I ate all my popcorn, chat. It was pretty tasty, though. Hello there, sweetie. Such a lovely little shop you have here. Could I have a cup of strawberry chocolate, please? Strawberry chocolate. You guys in chat like boba? I'm not a... I think it's okay, but it's like... I don't know. I don't... Yes. I feel like boba is definitely like a girl thing. Like, that's probably why 99% of chat is like, no. Oh, fuck off. What? It's true, though. It kind of is. Can't just say that. But no, I mean, I think it's okay. I just... You know, drinks are not gendered, okay, chat? It's a Southeast Asian thing, yeah. I just feel like that's... How many of you guys in chat have actually tried boba? You look a little pale, like you've seen a ghost or something. Make sure you get enough sleep, dear. Night can be unkind to the restless. Ella's chat was mostly saying yes. Are you calling his chat soy? Okay, dude. That's not... You're the one that's saying that, okay? I said nothing. It's closing time now. I should probably check if anyone's still in the toilet. Did you end up... This is super random. Did you end up finishing Monster Hunter World, Jen? Sorry to put you on the spot like that. What's up, Salad? Yeah, you gotta do the last fights. They are they're fun, honestly. They're a lot of fun. What the hell is with this guy? Sir, we are closing soon. Are you going to order? Oh no. Is this the poop killer? Hey mate. Oh? I'm seeing things lately. I should leave early and get professional help. There is a new poop killer game, by the way, chat. Poop Killer 10.
An awesome choice, stranger.
Hey, Angelo, thank you for 19 months. This game is made for Case the streamer. Dude, I swear, like, it's like a bunch of like 10-year-olds that watch Queso, I'm pretty sure. Dude, I still go on Reddit sometimes on my phone, and like for some reason it started recommending me his like subreddit, and I like open one or two of the threads. Oh my god, it was like I don't even want to talk about it, honestly. It was just a bunch of like 10-year-olds like yapping, like really young people just talking to each other about all sorts of at least he's wholesome. Oh yeah, I have nothing wrong. I have nothing wrong with the guy. Somebody mentioned that guy's name and that's the first thing that came to mind. I've been feeling off lately, maybe it's just the stress. I went to see a psychologist about it. She said I'm fine, it's all in my head, but I can't stop now. Business is picking up with the new menu and I need to keep things running. Have you ever run polls to see your chat demographics? No. I've asked chat. I think the majority of people in my chat are in like their late 20s or like early 30s, maybe. But I could be wrong. Hello, is this Miss Risa? This is Dr. Amanda, your psychologist from yesterday. I wanted to check in on you. You mentioned seeing things. It can happen when you're under a lot of stress. You want to know gender, you just ask if they've had Boba before. Try shifting your focus away and take a deep breath for a few seconds. Most of the time, that should help. If it doesn't, maybe consider leaving work early and getting some rest. Sorry, it's just the whole. I don't. I feel bad mentioning that now, but listen, the reason I say that, the reason I said that is because like dude, Larksa loves boba tea, and every time we go to the Boba Teashop, I don't think I ever see a guy there. So I apologize, but you don't have to explain. Well, I am explaining, okay? I don't care. I need to open the store. Same with sushi. I could never get in. I don't know, man. I don't really like sushi. I've tried it. Larksa also loves sushi, but I don't know. Whenever she's like, "Yeah, let's get sushi," I'm like, okay. Well, I mean, there's other stuff to order at least. From some places are like mainly sushi, but I don't like sushi, man. I don't know. Give me 2 Americanos, 1 latte, and 1 mocha. Oh, Jesus. Okay. None of that boba crap. Alright, man. Okay, wait. A mocha? Okay, we got our mocha. And what was the last one? 1 latte. Okay. Let's guy's got a freaking massive order, man. Holy. Expedition 33 is good, yeah. It's really good. I mean, it's a turn-based game, but... Dude, I've been trying to get Larksa to play Expedition 33, and... I can't, I don't know. I feel like if she played it, she would really like it, but I can't get her to frickin' play it. Good, everything's here. Hitting the road with my family. Gotta keep them awake so they don't pass out on me. Later, loser. Well, you're the one that gave me the money, so... Close the fridge? Ah, it's fine. Boba matcha latte. Oh, look at the colors. Running a company isn't easy, you know. Just the other day, one of my employees decided to run away from her responsibilities, left a mess behind, and now I have to clean it up for her. Unlike her, I don't get the luxury of walking away. Hundreds of people rely on me to feed their families. Thankfully, I found a replacement fast. Sorry, that was a weird thing to rant about. Here, consider a little extra. $50! Yo! We're rich. I've tried matcha before. I don't really like the flavor. Yeah. It's okay. Oh shit, is this the matcha girl? You've added matcha, that's awesome. Can I have a boba strawberry matcha milk tea? Boba strawberry matcha milk tea. That's... Wait, oh shit. Ceremonial grade matcha is really tasty. Hello. Oh, Jesus! I was expecting it, but it still scared me. Was that supposed to happen, you think? Or did I fail? I think I failed, actually. He did tell me to look away, but... You know, sometimes you just gotta face your fears. Consider leaving work early and getting some rest, right? Okay. Oh, let me get my drinks ready. Unless it's gonna be a different guy. What the hell was the other one? Mocha. What was the next one? Shit. Boba matcha latte. I think it was like a boba strawberry milk tea, right? The other one. Just give me my money, thank you. Oh, it was boba strawberry matcha. Shit. Wait, lemon slice. Oh, shit. Wait, why couldn't I put the... Huh. Wait, what the fuck is going on? Why can't I put the strawberry in? Is it broken? I guess the tea has to be in? Oh. Okay. I didn't think the order mattered. You're welcome. Min-maxing this is hilarious. It's satisfying, actually. Hello, little one. God, I really want like a banana smoothie now, though. Dude, I got a banana smoothie from this one store when I was at my parents' place, and it was like the most disgusting banana smoothie I've ever had in my life. It was like... the consistency of it was so like slimy, and I can't describe it. I don't know how it was like this. It was so fucking gross. Because it's banana. Bro, I make banana smoothies all the time, and it's not like that. I don't know, do you think, like, what actually, why was it like that? Maybe they were just like really old or like super ripe or something. I don't know. Wait, what does she want? Please make me any drink with strawberry again. Oh, here you go. Really unripe bananas are like that? Oh, maybe that's what it was then. Thank you again, big sis. Here's a little extra for your hard work. Wisconsin bananas. Dude, I love banana. Banana is like... What's your favorite fruit, chat? I've asked this many times on my stream, but... Mango. Strawberry. It's a classic. Good choice. Bananas. Lemon. Lemon. Dragon fruit. Alright, Lepa, you're fucking trolling with that. Get out of here. You're like the only person that... Are you... Wait, are you being serious, though? Raspberries? I don't like dragon fruit at all. It's like too bitter. Maybe I haven't had a good one. You know what is so good is like pears. But I feel like pears are so... They like a bad pear is like the consistency of like sand. But God, pears can be so good if you get them like when they're perfectly ripe. Or yeah, like a good peach. Honestly, that's the same case with like most fruit. Like when you get the really ripe stuff, it's so good. Bad pear is definitely the worst fruit. Yeah, yeah. Like eating a cucumber raw. Pineapple. I like pineapple. Pineapple eats your mouth though, which is why it. Yeah, for those who didn't know, pineapple like actually, like doesn't it like eats your skin, essentially? Like dissolves. Yes, it has the flesh-eating enzyme in it. Yes, what that guy said. That's why your fucking mouth gets all fucked up when you eat pineapple. It was proven wrong. Oh? Maybe it's just the acid. I don't know. I just heard that I heard about that from something, but maybe it was not correct. Your mouth, maybe yours is tougher. I mean, like not if you eat one piece of pineapple, but like if you eat half a goddamn pineapple, your mouth's fucked. Give me a strawberry mocha. What kind of mutated pineapple are you eating? What do you mean? What kind of fucking mouth do you have? Freaking metal mouth over here? Great, now back to working I go. Earned your first $300. Business is bubbling. Nice. Dude, Larxa has like a volcano mouth. She'll just like, we'll just get food and it'll be like insanely fucking hot and she'll just eat it. Oh wait, I need to close the door first. What's that mean? What do you mean? What does that mean? I just explained to you. Like, dude, you're like, no, it's not that hot. I fucking drink it. My mouth is burning. You have a baby mouth? Okay. Leave my mouth alone. My spice tolerance is more or less than a standard Midwestern person. Oh yeah. I don't know if that really matters, but...
Welcome home, Ashen One.
Used to be Throat Lord, but now she's Volcano Mouth. Yo, Jingle, thank you for the 8 months, man. Thank you, dude. Also, Angelo, thank you. This was a while ago, but thank you for the 19 months, dude. Tank it and say it's cold. Okay, dude. I haven't really been feeling like myself lately. Maybe it's just stressed or not getting enough sleep. But I've got a business to run and people are starting to come back more often. Just gotta keep going one cup at a time. Are we just working in the dark now? Why is it so fucking dark? Am I working in this shop alone? Because it's my shop. We don't have any new recipes. Oh, we have lemon tea now, though. We haven't had to make it yet. Hello? Hold on, I can't look at you. One sec. Alright, what the hell did you want? One boba milk tea, boba Americana. Maybe once the ghost leaves, we'll be okay. Who's this lady? I'm gonna hide in the closet. She gone? Nope. Dearie, could I have a cup of green tea, please? Green tea? Coming right up. Wait. Wait. You mean... Oh, okay. Yeah, tea plus matcha. Okay. Hit her with the mop. The yin energy in this place is strong, gives me goosebumps. I'd better leave while I still can. I don't know why it's so dark. Served her some Mountain Dew. Yeah, it's pretty green. Oh god. Double boba matcha milk tea. Hurry or else. Double boba matcha milk tea. Oh god. Woo! I'm doing it! I'm doing it! I'm sorry! Take it! Oh no! God damn it. You know, let's prepare the double boba matcha milk tea ahead of time. Double boba matcha milk tea. Boom. That's cheating? Well, I'm a cheater apparently. Alright. And now, what was the other one? Okay, I already forgot. I think one was like a boba Americano. Oh yeah, the green tea was one of them, yeah. Or was it a boba mocha? Boba milk tea, boba Americano. Alright, we're doing it. Yeah, I mean, that's true, Lance. I don't think anybody ever claimed that, like, it's actually, like, dangerous. Thank you. You're welcome. Hello. Nice to meet you. I'm an inspector from the Department of Health. I need to run a quick cleanliness check on your shop. This is to make sure that your shop meets the standard needed. Don't worry, you may continue serving your customers normally. Just pretend I'm not here. Hi, big sis. I'm kind of bored of strawberry. Can I try a lemon tea instead? Sure. Coming right up. Somebody in the toilet? Oh, the inspector went in the toilet. Oh, matcha girl's back. Anything matcha and sweet. Alright. I can't triple boba? Oh, fuck. I think I should have given her strawberry with the sweetness. I thought that the boba was enough sweetness, but I've completed the inspection of your shop. Luckily, your shop has met the bare minimum standard, and I hope to see improvement next time. I don't feel so good. I should leave the office soon. I don't know why it's so dark. Every day it feels like I'm slipping further. The things I see, sometimes they're there, sometimes they're not. I don't even know what's real anymore, but the shop is my dream. I've worked too hard to let it fall apart now, so I'll smile, I'll serve, and I'll keep going. It's even darker now. There's no skyline anymore. And the toilets... Well, the toilets still have lights. That's good. It's fine, guys. I know what to do. There we go. Yo, had the best road trip of my life, and look at you, still slaving away behind the counter. What a loser. Anyway, give me a matcha latte and a strawberry mocha. I'll give you a big old serving of shit. What the? Matcha latte, strawberry mocha. What was the other one? Strawberry mocha? Nice, you do know how to follow instructions. Guess even losers can learn. Yeah, fuck you, man. Fucking douchebag. Hello. Okay, never mind. Goodbye. Give me any strong coffee, no milk. Okay. Easy. Thought I'd have to teach you how to brew coffee. What the? Why is everybody so mean to me? Boba matcha milk tea. How much money have we made? 409 bucks? Man, that's not very much, honestly. Yes, I know I'm coming! Jesus, lady! Where the hell have you been? I've been ringing that bell for 10 minutes straight. Not everyone has time to sit around and wait for you to finish whatever you were doing. You could have walked to another cafe, grabbed a drink, and come back by now. That's how you treat your customers. No wonder this place is always so quiet. You can't just leave the counter unattended like that. What if someone came in and robbed the place? Honestly... Oh. Damn, I need to pee so badly. I'll just get a drink from here and use their toilet. Wait, am I not playing as the character? Oh shit, wait, that's me. Hello. Hi there, what can I get for you today? Give me a boba strawberry milk tea. with the shadows. I didn't want this, but you left me no choice. Hello. It's a shame that you don't get to enjoy my boba drink. Oh. What a game. That was a fun little game. Oh. What next? Water delivery replay? No. BrokenLore, don't watch. This game actually looks kind of interesting. Oh, it's a demo. Sure, let's try it. Oh wait, no, there is a demo, but there's also the full game. There is a poop killer, a new poop killer. Poop Killer 10 came out, chat. There's 9 others. Alright, well, we could try out this BrokenLore game. It looks kind of interesting. It has good reviews. It came out 3 days ago. Oh, Larksa played this. I wonder if Ella is gonna play Expedition 33. BrokenLore, don't. Said no. Lame. Such a good game, man. Ella doesn't like playing good games. True. I feel like eventually chat will convince him to play Expedition 33. I don't know, I could definitely see Expedition 33 feels to me, I mean, I don't know, I haven't made it far enough in the game. Like, maybe it gets repetitive later on, but it really feels to me like a really, it's a really solid game. The intro is like so, I don't know, it's just, the story is so interesting. The combat is really fun. Yeah. Holy shit, it's kind of loud. Yeah, the prologue is so good. That's why I want... Oh, there's like a bunch of different games. Broken Lore games. I don't think I've played any of these before. I wanted to play more Expedition 33 today, but I don't know, doing some horror games sounded kind of comfy. Hold on, I will, let me set an FPS cap on this. I will be right back, chat. I'm gonna take a short break. Horror games are comfy. I mean... I don't know. Also, I don't think that's the correct use of jaded, but, I don't know. Horror games can be comfy. The thing is, most horror games are set in, like, fairly comfy environments, but obviously there are horror elements at play. Kind of depends, but... It's not like it's scary all the time. The thing about a game is, if they try to scare you constantly, it just doesn't become scary anymore. Like, you need the comfy parts of the game, or like the very... You need the... Yeah, you need the build-up. Words are hard. You know what I mean? You need the contrast, yeah. Alright, I'll be right back, guys. Okay, I am back. Game world. Remember. It's got some cool art in here. Holy shit, this game runs like ass. Okay, 100 FPS, that's right. Hi Shinji, how are you? I hope I'm not bothering you, but I want to talk about something. I'm very worried. Hi, why do you want to talk about it with me? It's been ages since we last spoke. Scammer. It's about Hideo. Remember him from the recovery center? Hideo? Kojima? What about him? He wrote me some strange things, disturbing. He seemed terrified of something. Can we talk over the phone? It really scared me. I'm busy today. Shinji, he said someone is trying to get into his apartment. I don't have time to follow up on that idiot's joke, sorry. He didn't seem to be joking. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Can I actually interact with some of the stuff in the environment, or like it makes sounds? It's a nice little touch, honestly. Okay. Well, we don't want to talk to her anymore, I guess. Alright. This place is a fucking mess. Pizza?
ちゃんと確認してくれよな、マジで。
申し訳ございません。ここに置かせていただきます。すみません。またよろしくお願いいたします。
What's your favorite kind of pizza, chat? Pineapple? Get the fuck out of here.
マジうぜえわ。
I'm just kidding. Pineapple and cucumber, okay. I wonder what kind of pizza he got. Time to eat some pizza. I kind of want to get pizza tonight now. Oh god. I'm getting hungry. You get that every night? That's not true. I did have deep dish pizza a few days ago, though. But deep dish and thin crust are they're different, right? So it's okay.
あのバカみたいなゲームしてるの？
バカみたいってなんだよ。
本当にもうゲームなんて時間の無駄でただの現実逃避じゃない。将来大変になるのよ。
本当に俺の将来について考えてるなら頼んだ金をくれってば。必要だって言っただろうよ。
お父さんと話して。もうあなたの
Deep dish ain't pizza. Deep dish is peak. All right, I don't want to hear it.
でもあなたには自立してもらわなきゃ困るのよ。
ざけんなクソババア。
I will say though, I could not have I do not have deep dish often. Yeah, true, Nubist. Well, don't worry. You'll next time you visit, we'll get deep dish. But yeah, we didn't have deep dish. Missed opportunity. There's always next time.
顔を洗って寝る。今日はもう十分だ。
I'll wash my face and go to sleep. Okay. Deep dish is a casserole. I mean, call it whatever you want, but it's fucking good. But I cannot have deep dish often. I order it like maybe once, like every few months. I mean, if I'm like really in the mood for it, maybe I'll do it like once a month, but yeah, definitely not more than that. All right. Once a month is still too much. That's why I said if I'm really in the mood for it. But honestly, however much is subjective, man. Wait, how do I go to sleep? Yeah, the thing is, like, if you don't have proper deep dish, you might think it's really bad. Because I don't know, whenever I bring up deep dish in the chat, people are like, it's terrible. But then I'm just thinking, like, are these like Europeans saying they've tried deep dish or something? You know what I mean? Oh yeah, I need to wash my face. Like, racism? What the fuck? No, I'm just saying, like, I don't know, dude. I imagine deep dish over in Europe is like, if you can get it over there, it's probably nothing like it is here. But maybe not. I don't know. I mean, I've never had deep dish in Europe. Man, I don't even know if you can get deep dish in Europe.
なんだって言うんだよ。
Americans can't comprehend anything outside the US? What the fuck? Why you gotta say that? What did I even do? I mean, I will, like, you're not wrong, but I hope you're not talking about me in particular.
NHK のテレビ受信料の集金に来ました。
Television license fee?
お客様がいるのは知っています。音も聞こえますよ。支払ってもらわなきゃ困るんです。
MHK なんて見てないし、テレビなんて今時見ねえよ。 てか持ってねえし。
嘘はやめましょうよ。今すぐ払わないと法的措置が取られる可能性だってありますよ。
言っただろ、持ってないんだって。
次回来る時までに払っていないならば必要な手段を取らせていただきます。
Counter the MHK collector. Why can't I use the toilet? My immersion. That's a big knife. Why do I feel like that knife is going to be, like, used in some way at some point? Oh, wait, is somebody messaging me? Check the news on the TV now. Oh, sh.
東京での若い男性の遺体が自宅アパートで発見され、この不審な死が近隣住民を震撼させています。遺体で発見されたのは中村さん23歳で、近所の人によって血まみれになっている。
They chopped off his fucking head.
首が残酷に切断されていたということです。頭の形跡は見つかっていませんが、首の傷跡は大きな動物によって
A large animal?
と見られています。
The fuck?
この奇妙な事件は近隣住民に衝撃を与えました。中村さんを知る人々は静かな内向的な人物として証言しています。警察は捜査を開始し、近隣全体に警戒を呼びかけました。
なんてことだ。
シンくん、ヒデちゃんは亡くなっちゃったみたい。
Yeah.
ならねえ。ごめん。
シンくん、私たちも危険なのかな。
俺たち？なんでだよ。
ヒデちゃん、死ぬ前に私に言ったことがあって、シンくんにも言おうと思ったけど、でもシンくん、
あいつが何を言ったんだよ。
何かが私たち全員を殺しに来るって。
俺らを？
うん、絶対に見ちゃいけないって。シンくん、何があってもその目を見ちゃいけないって。
見るって何をだよ。純子？おい、純？
Holy shit, this is so
聞こえる
hot.
か
That's sus. Yo, Horizons, thank you for the Prime sub.
ネットワークの障害か？え？
Roro. I'm gonna stay out here. It's nice out here. I wish my current house had a balcony. Balconies are so nice, actually. Just build one. Another pizza?
頼んでないけど。
本当ですか？申し訳ございません。
Oh shit. Wait, are we playing Wait, is this the Smile movie? Stop dink donking, god damn it. Oh.
通信が戻ったか。もしもし。
Moshi moshi.
シンジ、そこに隠れ続けるわけにはいかないわ。正直、お母さんもお父さんもあなたがこうなってしまったことを本当に後悔してるのよ。
母さん、言っただろ。金が必要なんだ。大家が家賃を払わないと路頭に迷っちまうよ。
自分で働いて稼ぐの。お兄ちゃんはちゃんと仕事をして綺麗な家にも住んで素晴らしい奥さんだっているわ。なんでシンジはこうなの。
俺はあいつじゃねえ。
Who's laughing? I don't want your pizza, bitch.
お母様を怒らせてしまったようですね。
Huh?
誰だお前。関係ねえだろ。消えせてくれマジで。
お客様。
Babe. Listen, it came out wrong, okay?
どうです？家に入れてみますか？
Alright, you want to be my girlfriend?
かわいそう。
Maybe not.
消えてくれ。さもなければ警察呼ぶぞ。一体何が起こってるんだ。
Wait, I can sprint. Holy shit, look how fast I'm going, guys. Oh.
彼らは現代の忍者のように自分の部屋にこもっています。外の世界から離れることで、彼らはスクリーンとデジタルの夢でできた世界に避難所を見つけますが、その代償は何でしょうか。彼らの存在は外の世界で動き続ける人々にとって謎となります。外から見た引きこもりの閉ざされた扉には自発的な孤立の物語が隠れています。しかし、それぞれの閉ざされた扉には聞こえない叫びや助けを求める声が込められています。彼らが逃げる世界こそ彼らを救う唯一の世界である場合、彼らはどのように癒されるのでしょうか。4つの壁の内側で生きる人生を想像してみてください。窓はスクリーンであり、ドアは決して開かれることはありません。これが多くの引きこもりにとっての現実であり、彼らは自分の部屋の静けさの中でどこかで自分たちを拒否した社会からの避難所を見つけます。
Chat.
扉を閉めるのです。
こんなクソみたいな日始まらなかったらよかったのに。風呂入ってリラックスするか。
Holy fucking I never realized how much toilet paper he had. Well, he doesn't like leaving his fucking apartment, so. His toilet is bigger than my bath. It's a fucking thick toilet. He's got a fat ass, I guess. Just might as well wait and see if there's anything over there while the bathtub fills up. Is the fucking bath talking to me? Hmm.
クソが全部なくなっちまえ。
There's an eyeball on the wall.
なんだこれ。夢でも見てるのか。純子に話さないと。
Still dark out. Hey, Laura, thank you for the 2 months. Also, Horizons, thank you for the Prime sub. Thank you, guys.
シンジ。
純子、助けが必要なんだ。意味わかんないことが起きてる。俺の家の風呂になんか目があるんだよ。
ヒデちゃんが警告していたやつだ。言ってたもん、彼。
なんて言っていたんだ。
生き残る唯一の方法は目を壊すことだ。
Oh, grab the knife.
目を壊す？どういうことだ？どうやって？
わからない。潰す、切る、殺す。ただヒデちゃん、早くしないと目が増えるとも言っていた。
目が増える？増えるとどうなる？
それはね。
It's fine, I know where to go. I knew I'd be using this thing.
Ah.
Die. Wait, the cans. What the fuck?
よし、とりあえず目を見つけよう。落ち着け、俺。
Move!
目を壊すんだ。
Let's check in here first, make sure there's not an eye. Oh, pop. Pop. And the ceiling. Such a weird game. There's one outside. We got them all. What the hell is that? Oh. That's a speaker? Speaker, cans. Gotta be more hints. Maybe we'll just click the the speaker and then the... Wait, where is the speaker? Oh, here it is. We'll click that, and then we'll click the cans. Max MRM. There are like some angles that I'm not seeing. Maybe we need to look out the window. Or out the door.
ここは危険だ。出なきゃ。いやでも外にいるのか？出られない。
Maybe let's just take another bath. No? Oh, what the?
壁沿いを歩けば隣のアパートに行けるかも。わずか数メートルだ。誰かが助けてくれて救助を呼んでくれるはず。
Oh, jeez.
下は見ちゃダメだ。
We'll be fine.
おい、隣のバルコニーはどこだよ。ここにあるはずだったけど。
We're getting apartment 1408'd. Or room 1408, whatever.
あと少し。あと少しで。
Dude, what the hell? It's just an eyeball. You already killed like 10 of them. You're okay.
は現実なわけない。絶対にない。
What the?
信じるわけねえだろ。
真実さん、逃げても終わりませんよ。テレビの所有者としての責任を果たすべきです。あなたみたいな人たちは我々の世界にとって恥ずべき存在なのですよ。ただの虫けらみたいなものです。だから私はその
You good, bro?
道に行ってそしてそれを食べるのです。
Hmm. Okay.
Junko? Junko? 意味がわからね
出ちゃいけないのよ。何があっても絶対出ちゃいけないの。
え。どうやってここから出ればいいんだ。
全部壊して。
I wonder if we're gonna leave the apartment. You don't have to answer that, chat. Somebody's like, oh, I actually watched Ella play this game, and yeah, you do. No, shut the hell up. I don't care. Oh, look, it looks like we're leaving the apartment.
An awesome choice, stranger.
前はうまくいった。ただ目を見つけて壊せばいい。そしたらあれは消える。そして俺は逃げられる。
I'm scared. Oh, shit! Whoa! Peeking? Not stabbing my neighbors. Yeah, I might be going on like a murder spree and just killing everybody in my apartment complex. Who knows? It's probably fine. We're just destroying some eyeballs. Oh shit. I missed one. I did. Aha! Wait, what? I wasn't even looking at you, dude. game is so weird. Yeah, it's a little strange. Go away, please. Are there any eyeballs here? No. The new episode of Last of Us Season 2. Larsa has been telling me she wants to watch it, but I don't know. I do not want to relive Last of Us 2, to be honest. Yeah, I feel bad for, I don't know what her name is, but whoever's playing as Ellie, I do feel bad for her. I mean, I don't think she's a good fit for the role, but people are also, like, incredibly cruel. What the fuck? Oh, what the fuck, dude? Dude, what? I can't cover my eyes, it don't let me. Oh, it's this. Only the 6th one works.
今度こそやり遂げたんだ。俺。勝ったんだ。
Yeah, I thought part 1 was okay. I enjoyed part 1 of the TV show. I didn't think she was like that bad. I don't know. It might just be a... Oh fuck. I didn't even realize what happened ever. Yeah, I thought season 1 was okay of the TV show, so I might still end up watching season 2. I still need to watch like 1 or 2 of the new Black Mirror episodes as well.
お客様、本当にテレビを持っていないのでしょうか。
待て。どういうことだ。
Oh shit! Yo, the FPS boost! I'm at 300 FPS now! Oh yeah. That's cool though. We're in the PS1 style game now. What the? Yeah, this is pretty dank. Why do I feel like I'm about to get jump scared? I think we're okay. This AI? I don't know. Maybe. Well, there's cables running all over the place. Very strange. Sure, those numbers are always growing. The streamer life. Oh. Look at all the pixels. Oh shit, she's coming for me. Sounds like she's... Oh shit. Oh. Green cable. Wait a sec, does this go... Hold on, I think this is where we came down initially. I think we want to go... Oh, actually, no. Nope, never mind. I think we need to unplug all the TVs. I don't know how many... There were 6 TVs, though. It's going through the forest. Have any of you guys in chat ever gone camping? I've never gone camping before in my life. Actually. I know. You don't look like you would enjoy camping. Hey, you don't look... That's fucking...
キャリアが自分を定義づけるのです。その分野のリーダーになることを目指してください。
The more people I know who camp are pale Midwesterners. Yeah, actually pretty true. It's just always funny when people say, like, you look like this or you sound like this. Like what somebody looks like or what they sound like has any relevance to anything. She getting faster the more burden you remove from her back? I don't know, maybe. It's a pretty big stage. So there's... Wait, where the hell does... Oh, the orange goes this way. Oh, I think the section's alright. Wait, where... Oh, there it is. I don't know, the ambiance of this section is cool. It's quite a vibe. I like the background music too. Who's standing behind me? That's Pontiff. Can't imagine me cooking stuff over a campfire. Why not?
皆様、完璧を目指せるのになぜ平凡に満足するのでしょうか。美とは単なる外見ではなく力なのです。皆様の美的潜在能力を引き出し、人生においてどこまで到達できるかを発見してください。皆様、完璧を目指せるのになぜ平凡に満足するのでしょうか。
Kind of want like a coffee. Like an energy drink. Oh my god. Oh fuck, I'm dead. Goodbye. Oh, I actually outpaced him. Nice. This is how you imagine camping. Honestly, camping sound like it seems like fun. I guess the only thing that kind of scares me is, you know, potentially like bears, I guess. I mean, you can get bear spray for them, I suppose, but yeah. Or weird people. Yeah, I mean, I definitely wouldn't want to camp alone. But the thing is, like, I don't know, if you're in a group, people are going to be way less, like, if there is some weirdo out there, which is very unlikely, but if there was and you're in a group, it's I feel like it's very unlikely that they would do anything. Anything over here? What if you're the weirdo? Well, we're all a little weird, aren't we? The hillbillies kill a bunch of campers in the woods. The hills have eyes. Okay, we are definitely... Oh, never mind. Dude, I thought I was like getting SCP'd.
それはあなたの社会的地位を高め、個人的な人生を豊かにする戦略的な同盟です。あなたの成功を増幅するパートナーを選びましょう。理想的な結婚は単なる結合以上のものです。それはあなたの社会的地位を高め、個人的な人生
One more. One more. Oh, shit. Nice. It's called glamping now. What? 皆様覚えておいてください。学歴は世界を変えるための最も強力な武器となります。Free Shinji. Oh. Shinji? Is he back where... I mean, the thing is, I don't hear him, so I don't think we're meant to find him. Maybe he'll be back at, like, the entrance now? I don't know. I'm like, or I don't know, I'm confused. So there's a door over there, but now there's a door... Okay, well, we probably want to go in here. This is the consequence. Oh, Jesus. Oh, fuck.
Junko?
シンジ、あいつはここにいる。私にも来たの。すべての目を壊したの。でも、うまくいかなかった。シンくん、お願い、助けて。
Junko?
I think she's okay. She's okay.
Mazu Hideo, そしてJunko。あいつらはどちらも間違っていた。出口はただ一つ。他にはない。
She will respawn. Oh shit. I'm not scared of you. Oh! Oh! We're doing it. Fucking. Oh, open up! Hello? Oh, he's dead. I guess. Can I leave now? Oh. Look at that. Only one button? Yeah, it's the escape button. Oh, shit. Maybe not. Oh, the music. Are we dead? No, we're fine. Whoa, we're escaping the nightmare. It's becoming clean and normal. Or maybe we're just dead. Oh. Finish the game without sustaining any harm. Untouchable. Damn. We kind of speed ran this game. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, I didn't mean to skip the credits. I didn't mean to skip the credits. Oh, maybe I didn't skip it. I don't know. I think I did though. Damn, I beat this game 8 minutes faster than Ella. What a noob. Easy. God damn it. Alright, well, the music does not continue when I'm alt-tabbed. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna call it a night here. No 12-hour stream today. I would start Expedition, but I would only play for like an hour, so I think I'm just gonna... Yeah, I did... wait, is the full We Harvest Shadows out now? Can you buy it? No, you can't. Oh. I liked that game. I actually thought it was a pretty interesting game. It looks really good too. That the We Harvest Shadows game. Yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Sorry for a bit of a shorter stream today, I guess, but yeah, it's already like 7 p.m. So, what about the code? It's actually a good question. I don't know what the yeah, I wonder what the code was for. My guess, I think you do need to like click the objects in a specific order. You probably just need to know the correct order, I guess. Wait, what is... I think the blanks for the code. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, thank you for watching, guys. So tonight I'm gonna call my dad and try to get him to send me the Oblivion save file. I do still want to like beat Oblivion and play a bit more. So I know a lot of you guys were enjoying the Oblivion playthrough. So don't worry, Oblivion's not done. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get my dad to help me send the save file from my other PC. And can your dad use a computer? Kind of. But I mean, I'm gonna call him on the phone and like he'll FaceTime me or something, and I can try to direct him properly. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Yeah, maybe Oblivion tomorrow. I do really want to play more Expedition though. Honestly, like we might just kind of keep playing Expedition and then maybe get back to Oblivion after Expedition. I don't know, or maybe we'll just do a bit of both. I'm not really sure. And maybe some more horror games, and potentially if Lobos wants to play more Mistfall Hunter, I will also do that. Some DS2 RBO. Yeah, we do need to do DS2 RBO. But Newbest, once the 2X Rando is out, I will be doing tons of DS2 again. So we could definitely do it then. Yeah, anyways, have a good night, guys. Thank you all for watching. I'm gonna go get some dinner. Yeah, I commissioned mission that chains Boyo to work on 2x Rando. So yeah, we will be potentially returning to DS2 in the future, chat. Assuming he can get the... He can actually finish the mod and everything. Will we return to only up? No. I don't think so. Yeah, probably start the stream with more Expedition 33 tomorrow, though. Maybe some Oblivion. I don't know. Anyways, you guys know my plans. Thank you all for watching. If I do play Dungeon, or if I play any Mistfall off stream, or if I play any Mistfall later tonight, maybe I'll stream it, but I don't know. I think I played plenty Mistfall yesterday, so I don't know if I'm gonna play any more tonight. Should speedrun one of those silly horror games one day for fun. See, the thing is, you say for fun, but like speedrunning a lot of these horror games is like incredibly boring, and like if the game actually has some element of going fast, then sure, but most of these horror games are just like walking simulators where you just need to like click on certain stuff. It's not really I don't know. Most horror games, speedrunning wise, can be kind of boring. Yeah, thank you for watching, everybody. I'm gonna find somebody to raid. Poppy's Playtime. Poppy's Playtime actually had like a lot of glitches and stuff. It's actually a pretty broken run from what I've seen. I think the next new potential speed game chat is going to be Doom Dark Ages. Did Oblivion filter dist? No. Todd fucked up Oblivion and cloud storage doesn't work on the game, so I lost my save file. My save file is 3 hours away at my parents' house. Anyways, have a good one, guys.